Hello, my name is Beatrice and welcome to my channel. Today's topic is changing your mind about networking. These podcast series were created to help transform your mind for a better business and a better life to obtain that level of success you so desire. If you're anything like me, and extremely shy and an introvert, networking sounds like an absolute torture. Well, I've always been extremely shy. And for those who are shy like me, talking to other people is really hard. You struggle with social anxiety, thinking what you have to say is retarded. But here are things that help me change my mindset on networking. Networking is essential to running any business or trying to get your name out there. It helps raise brand awareness in the most economic form to get your brand out there. These are things that help me out to network. Now, the first thing I had to do was change my mindset. I I went to a networking event that was for weddings, and I was trying to venture out and being a wedding photographer. I have to admit, I don't like the industry of weddings, not because of what it represents, it's because of the nature of it. You kind of have to have a shark mindset to be a wedding vendor. And that may not be the case for everybody else, but in my individual experience, I have to say that I didn't like it. I didn't like the short conversations, the lack of interest of what you have to say. Their only desire was to listen to their own voice and not figure out what you cared about. Once again, this isn't to everybody. This isn't for everybody. This is my individual experience. And you may have not experienced that in the wedding industry, but I have. So at that point in my life, when I was networking in that specific event, I was already vulnerable and tired, and I did it because I felt obligated to do it. So I didn't get the best out of it. And that could be one of the reasons why I saw that specific experience in that light. Can be really how I felt at the moment. But to be honest, I didn't like it. I went in there thinking I didn't like it, and I went out not liking it even more. It was a beautiful event, beautifully decorated, friendly guest, friendly hostess, I'm sorry, friendly hostess, and excellent food. There was about 40 different vendors in that location, and it was far away from where I lived. I'm saying these details for the purposes of networking is important for your business, and you have to get comfortable with the idea of networking. But I think if you're not comfortable in general with the idea of networking, bring yourself to an environment that you are comfortable with. So I listened to this podcast of Marie Folio, and she was talking about networking and how, as an introvert, you would have to place yourself in scenarios of people you would like to have relationships with. Now, I never saw it in that point of view. I saw networking as an obligation, and I saw it as a torture, like I said before. But networking should be about building relationships because that's what that is, word of mouth advertising. But if somebody has nothing to say about you, if you haven't presented yourself enough for the person to learn about you, there's nothing they can inform a potential customer. And not only that, there are a million benefits to networking that I didn't see until I decided to change my mindset on networking. Network with people you aspire to become. There's a networking group that's called Powerful Women. And at that time, I didn't feel so powerful. I felt weak and lack of energy. And I felt stupid, honestly, being around people that were in business much longer, and I just felt like an absolute failure. But when I attended that first Powerful Woman group, I met with like minded individuals who their goals were similar to mine. And they actually had an interest in what you had to say because it related to them. Naturally, as human beings, we look for somebody to relate to. We gravitate towards them or what we lack, but we feel more comfortable in someone we relate to. We search for that. So in networking, it was not only about business, about the monetary gain. I think that would be a healthier mindset if you adjust that. If you think money signs when you see a person and you should see heart signs, you should be like, okay, this business person can help me become a better business person and a better person in general. These women were phenomenal. They came from different journeys in their lives, different backgrounds. They were accepting, they were loving, and they were caring, and there was different fields. So we always had something to learn from each other. We had something to offer to each other. Not all networking groups are that way, but in the stage and the phase of life that I was in, I needed that. I couldn't work a business if I did not feed my spirit and my heart because I couldn't focus as me as an individual. I wanted to give my customers the better version of me, and I couldn't do that because I was suffering in my heart and in my soul. So I decided to surround myself with people who can help me in that aspect of my life so I can actually work towards my goal. It was fulfilling that first meeting. It was amazing and I did not regret a moment of it. It was a 2.5 hour drive, far longer than the other meeting, but I enjoyed it all the way through. I felt like my spirit, heart, and mind were fulfilled. So, networking with people to help you not only in your financial goals, but also in the emotional goals would be more effective and would actually give you a desire to actually attend that networking meeting and be present. When you're in a networking meeting, it's great for you to be present. You'll be able to pay attention what somebody has to say. You have to open your ears because you're there to help each other out. If you go in with the mindset of this person's going to help me, you're not going to get anything in return because you're just helping yourself. In networking, it's meant to help each other. And if this person doesn't help you, those same tools that you could help them. If this if the person you networked with did not help you, you could always find ways to help them. And that way, networking in itself would be more successful for you. So if you're a shy person like me and it's really hard to start networking and you find it to be daunting and a little boring, find a networking group that correlates with your goals. Change your mindset of it being a financial route to a better business and adjust it just a little bit to create relationships and bonds with people for more than that meeting. That when you step outside the meeting, you could save their number and want to chat with them about business or help educate each other about what you lack in your business. I believe in changing those little tweaks to your mindset of networking would help you network in a successful way. I hope this video helped you out and you'll be able to succeed in your networking endeavors. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.